Alright, so hopefully we don't have any technical issues tonight with hitbox. But anyways, so yeah, I was telling you before we started up the stream, basically I go through each of the SI, I go through them in order. You know, I don't try and skip around like some people say, oh well, how do you dead step, or how do you cut a tongue? And I tell them we do that later in the session. It's to help me to remember everything that I teach. By keeping it in order, it keeps me from forgetting and skipping certain things.
Alright.
So the first thing we're going to be starting with is tank gameplay. Tank gameplay, you know, it's very important when you're going to be playing competitively, or even just in pubs in general. You always want to be a good tank, because if you sack tank, things are going to look bad for you, right?
Correct.
The first thing I like to start off with is speed climbing. How are you with speed climbing?
I like to think I'm pretty proficient.
Alright, is that something you want to go over, or do you want to skip over that?
Let's go over everything.
Alright then. So, alright, so I'm going to spawn myself up as a tank. And I assume you already know the difference between speed climbing and normal climbing, the speed difference, correct? Alright. Well, if you want, alright, so just spectate me in first person here, and tell me you're ready.
Trying to find you. One moment. Okay, there we go.
Alright, and just make sure you're in first person so you can see my cursor. Yeah. Alright, so there are 4 different methods to speed climbing, but I'm only going to cover 2 here. The first method, which is very common, is called the downright method. Once you're looking straight at the ladder, you can look 90 degrees to the right and 90 degrees downward. Now you need to make sure that you're facing down and to the right. If you're facing the ladder or facing away from it, this will not work. So once you're facing completely down right, you're going to press the keys A and S together.
Alright.
Okay. Now, another thing people don't realize is you can also speed climb downward by pressing the exact opposite keys. So if you look at the keyboard, if you press A and S to go up, the exact opposite keys would be W and D. So here I can go up and down very quickly.
W and D is going downwards.
Yes.
Okay.
Alright. I'll give you 1 second. I need to fix something really quick. There we go. Alright. So, the next method here is called the upright method, which is a little less used. It's a little tricky. So again, the same thing. Look 90 degrees to the right, and then 90 degrees upward. Once you're facing up, you're going to press W and A together. And if you want to speed climb back down, it's S and D.
Alright.
Alright. So I'm going to spawn you up as a tank, and you go ahead and give it a try.
Okay. Is that it?
Yep. Now try and try and do the downward speed climbing, where you keep going up and down. Just keep switching between the two. There you go. Very nice. It's actually very useful for Survivor, that is. For Infected, not too much, but Survivor, it's really useful to do.
On the ladders.
Yeah, right? On the ladders. Just try and scout or try and bait. Alright. The next thing here is basically, it's ladder launching. It's a very simple thing, but a lot of people forget to use it. Essentially, when you're on the ladder, if you press spacebar, you go flying from the ladder. And this applies to survivors, infected, tank, etc. Now the thing is that this, say like for the tank, if I were to instead just go to the ladder right here and then start walking this way, it would take longer to go and reach my destination than it were to just jump off the ladder. Jumping off the ladder gives you a huge burst of speed, which can allow you to catch a survivor that's chasing you going too close off guard.
Okay.
So go ahead and give it a try.
Do you pretty much look at the ladder or look at the direction?
You can look away from the ladder. You can look away from the ladder while on the ladder. You won't fall off.
Okay.
So that's what you basically want to do.
Oh, I don't think I did that.
Hey, you did it right. Yep.
Because I always think every time you land, you have that small velocity lost when you land on the ground, and that always screws my momentum.
This one, you're not losing any moment or losing any velocity. I could show you right here really quick. So type this into console, and this will bring up something in the top left that shows your position and your velocity. The tank moves at a maximum of 210 velocity. If you go on the ladder and jump off, you'll notice when you land, you stay at 210. Although I think for that one I didn't. Let me try again. There you go. So as long as you don't go too high up, jumping too high up. So go ahead and give it a try. So like go to like the center of the ladder, and then jump off. Just keep holding down the W key. Yep.
Let me do that again. Okay, that one actually didn't drop that time.
Yeah, if you go too high up, then it will.
So it has to be higher up, because I'm noticing it when I'm too low. I'm still noticing it a little bit.
Well, no, like I said, you can't be too high up.
Has to be lower on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. That's good to know. I did not know that. There we go. Alright, I think I got it.
Alright, so the next thing here is going to be jump rocking. How are you with getting consistent jump rocks?
Let me see.
Alright, so it looks like you got that down then, so you want to skip over that?
They don't have punch rocks in Confog, right?
Nope. But I still go over that, just for this. It's supposed to cover all aspects of the game, pretty much.
Okay.
We can skip over that too, since it looks like you already got that too. Alright. So then, so we got all that, so the next thing I'd like to cover is hittables. How are you with hittables in general?
They feel inconsistent for me, but I think I have an idea about them.
So let's see if we can fix that then. Alright.
Sure.
So, first thing I'm going to cover here is basically there are two types of hittables. Well, three if you count public gaming. The first type of hittable is basically props that are littered around the map. So you got these trash bins, and you got these round tables. They're basically soft hittables. They deal very little damage and only used to get in the way of survivors. Now, you need to be able to determine a small hittable from just a generic, just visual prop. So right here, you have a round table and some chairs. Now, to identify a small hittable, first you need to know if it can be moved. If it can be moved by shooting it, rocking it, punching it, that's one test. The next one is it needs to be solid. So you see this round table is solid. You can jump on it and it impedes your movement. However, these chairs that are on the side, they do not impede movement, even though you can punch them. So these chairs are not small hittables, they're just decorations. The round table, however, can be used as a punchable.
Okay.
So, and go ahead and remove these swing radius here. There we go. Alright. So I'm going to be spawning up some round tables here.
I'm also seeing like some debugging thing when I punch my hand. I guess that's the arc.
Yeah, it's something that I just disabled. Yeah, let me see. Where are the round tables at? Alright. So, the trick to using round tables or any small hittable is pre-punching. Basically, you need to make sure to hit these hittables without ever slowing down. So if you do it something like this, that's wrong, because you're wasting too much time on the hittable for something so minor.
Right.
So instead, you need a pre-punch, so that as you arrive at the hittable, you're already finishing the punch. Although I messed up there. So it's been a while for me. But yeah, you basically want to pre-punch as you arrive at the hittable, so you don't ever slow down. You just punch while moving.
They took like no damage. That was like 3
Yeah.
hits.
Yeah. So go ahead and give it a try. Do some pre-punches. Very nice. Alright, let's try again. Very nice.
That one just went.
Wait, yeah.
Oh, I got stuck
you
down
got
that
stuck.
one.
Alright, let's try again. Very nice. Alright, one more.
Oh, that was an odd time to crash. I just crashed for a moment. Sorry, apologies.
It's fine. Alright. Come on. Alright. Alright, so, I mean, like you said earlier, if you look at their health right now in the tab menu, we just hit them with the barrage of round tables and they barely do any damage. So you're probably thinking, okay, what's the use of hitting these? Well, I mean, besides the minor damage they do, they can actually provide as blockades to the survivors. So, like, say there's a survivor that's stuck inside there, you can punch these in there and now he can't get out unless he takes his time shoving the prop aside. Or if a survivor's in a corner and if you hit this at them, they'll actually get stuck inside the prop and will be unable to move until they're teleported out by the game's mechanic, which makes her an easy down, or if you just want to disable that survivor. Another thing is that while this round table is going through the survivors, they are unable to move. So for that 1/10 of a second that they're stuck in there, that's allowing you to catch up just a little bit more.
Right.
Alright. So any questions with the small hittables?
No. I guess it's just kind of exploring the map and knowing how to hit them.
Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna go on.
About these trash cans, what about these?
Yeah, they're solid and they are punchable. So they are used
They
as
apply the
hittables.
same rules?
Yep. Like I said, that's all you gotta do is you gotta find the two things. As one, they need to be solid, and two, they need to be movable. If
Okay.
they fall under both of those, they're hittable. Alright. Let's
Alright.
move on to cars here now. Alright, so we got ourselves a nice sedan here. Now, I mean, do you know how to hit hittables properly? Like, you're crouching?
If you crouch and you aim up, it goes in the air.
Well, yeah, but you could also crouch and aim forward and you get something much controlled. So like here, I'm gonna be standing and I'm gonna punch, and look how very sporadic the hittable is. Kind of bounces all over the place.
Right.
However, if I crouch and aim forward, you notice it's a lot more flat, a lot more controlled.
So I guess you want to use that to position the hittables before you hit it.
Well, yeah, I mean, you should always use it to hit hittables in general. It's just a lot more controlled. Heh, just standing on it.
I know, right?
Alright. So the next thing here is called, it's called helicopter props, or in this case, a helicopter car. So here, we have a nice car. Yeah. So, in order to perform a helicopter prop, instead of hitting it from its very center, you're going to be hitting it farther from the center. This causes the hittable to spin. Now, this gives you a more sporadic, but still controllable animation with this, with the spin. One thing about this is that, again, it's a lot more sporadic, but it goes farther and faster than hitting it through the center.
I feel like I'm going to like that one a lot more.
Yeah, this one can cover a large distance in a much shorter amount of time than the other hittable, or the other method. Very nice. Alright. Let's try it again. Very nice.
And I'm guessing if doesn't matter where you're standing, it always hits towards the direction where you're looking at.
Yes, but however, you can't helicopter, like say, you need to be on this side. If you try and helicopter it from right here, it's not going to work out as well in most scenarios. Sometimes it'll go in an opposite direction, you just can't predict that. Alright. So, the next method here is I'm going to be showing you an alternative way to hit hittables upwards. So, go ahead. Oops. That's a bit close. Alright. So in this scenario, let's say I need to get this prop over this this structure right here. Now most of the time you're going to be seeing a tank do this, and it's just not going to work. As you see, this is all that's going to keep happening. They're going to keep trying to hit it up, and it's just not going to go over.
Right.
Now, the alternative way to come at this hittable is actually you're going to want to jump on it. Now, the farther you are from the center, the stronger or faster this hittable is going to move. So I'm going to be far away from the center, aiming straight down, not crouching. Crouching actually makes it worse. And then punching. Now, if it weren't for the skybox, that would have went over. But you get the idea.
Right.
So go ahead and give it a try. Very nice. Oh, and you get it over too.
That is very interesting, like physics there.
Welcome to Left 4 Dead 2.
Because I never usually try to hit them straight down. I always try to look up. Like if anything, I try to do this and I try to do that.
Yeah, but as you see, it just doesn't go over.
Yeah. Try it again.
Oops. No, that's not gonna work. Alright. There you go. Very nice.
What if it's like slanted?
Let me see. It won't really make that much of a difference. I don't think it'll go over though, because of the way that. Oh wow! I tried to get it slanted just this one time, and it doesn't work for me. Alright, that one's pretty close. So this one should be a little. I don't think it's gonna go over, but you can give it a try. Close enough. Landed on
Yeah.
it. But yeah, you get the idea. It's just this is an alternative way to hit hittables upward. I think, like right here, there's nothing I need to get it over with, but you can just see the sheer distance that I can travel by doing it this way.
Yeah.
Alright. So the next method here is I'm gonna show you is basically a back punch. I think you've probably seen a few people in pugs do this if you do regular pugs. So. Alright, so basically you're coming at the hittable. Now let's say in this scenario the survivors are chasing me now. I'm the tank and I want to get behind this hittable and punch it. I have to get behind the hittable, set up my punch, and this gives the survivors time to dodge or hide behind something, correct?
Yeah.
I can avoid all this getting over the hittable or around the hittable and just go straight for the punch right at them.
Yeah, I've seen that. I do that too.
Alright. Well, I see you go ahead and do it then.
Is it pretty much just you run at it and then you 360, 180 it?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, also another thing here, I don't know if you knew, is that the same exact physics apply to this as if you're punching it regularly. So if I want a helicopter car, I hit it from the edge.
What the? Oh,
If
man,
I want to, yeah, if I want to hit it upward, like onto the building on top of me or behind me, just aim up. Although I didn't go that far. Yeah. All the same physics apply as if you're hitting it straight forward. Oops. Alright, good spin. So go ahead and try and do a helicopter car really quick so we spin around. Oh, come on, pal. What is this?
I thought it was the bench.
There we go. Alright, do a helicopter.
Okay.
Now you remember, you gotta come at it. There you go. Oh,
I don't
try
think
again.
that was it.
You pulled away from it. So try again. Very nice. Alright, again. Very nice. And one more. And that one wasn't controlled.
Yeah.
I see what you're doing wrong. You're coming at the hittable and you're hitting it from right here in the corner. Again, you can't hit it from the corner. You have to hit it from the flat end right here. Because you want it to go behind you, so you have to hit it from right here. Right?
Okay.
There we go.
I see.
Now let me get rid of these cars. Good lord. Alright. So any questions about any hittables?
When you hit it downwards, you just always look straight down.
Mm-hmm. Straight down, as far down as your camera lets you.
Nothing in between.
Nothing in between.
Okay.
Alrighty. So, the next thing we're going to be covering here is, damn, what is it? Yes, cleaving. Are you aware of basically cleaving? It's a form of multi-punching, but allowing you to hit survivors from multiple, from more than just 90 degrees.
Is it kind of like? Is it sort of like 316 commons?
Yes. We're gonna set them up here really quick. Alright. So you see, can I fit in between these two? Damn it now. Alright. So basically, you're gonna need to find the speed on your own. But it's basically all I'm doing is aiming at Coach and then aiming at Rochelle. The trick is to pretty much as soon as you click, you need to aim at the secondary target. So if I only hit Coach, then I'm spinning too slow. If I only hit Rochelle, then I'm spinning too fast.
Right.
And this can be done to a full 180. Oops, Mr. Shell. And you have to make sure to aim directly at Rochelle, but I think it's the vending machine also, you know, eating some of my punches, but this makes it easy to practice it without having to set them up over and over again. So go ahead and give it a try. Very nice.
Forgot about the wind up.
Yeah.
That was too slow.
Oh, you can't run into it. No, you can't run into it.
Okay. Does it only work from right to left, or can left to right?
You can do from left to right. I would say it's a bit more difficult because of the vending machine, to be honest.
I feel like left to right is a little bit harder in general.
Probably just the timing of it. So yeah, let me give it a try. Oops. Yeah, I think the vending machine is eating the punches. Otherwise, this would be working. I think I'm even trying waiting to the last second. I think in this scenario, if you want, you could probably do something like this. Let me see. I'm going to be aiming at Rochelle, and I'm going to be turning this way towards Coach. Let me see. Nah, I can't even get it to do it from this end. Honestly,
there you go.
like the vending machine. There you go, yeah. And that's from left to right. But yeah. I'm honestly I'm blaming the vending machine on that one. But yeah,
Okay.
you can do it from left to right. It's not really any more difficult.
This doesn't move a lot faster. Doesn't have to move a lot faster.
Alright, just tell me when you're ready to move on to the next part.
So I guess for the most part, just swing from the right side to the left side will give me more consistent results. Just due to the way how the game handles melee attacks.
I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, I mean, here, let me show you the debug here really quick. So now if you punch right now, and then step out of the punch radius, you'll see it's like an aura around your tank.
Let me see here.
Yeah.
Is red a hit, basically?
Yes and no. Basically, the way tank punches work in this game is that they're homing. They home into the closest targets. Let me show you here. Let me get the radius. I forgot what it was called, this Evar. Is it this one? Let me see. No. Oh, whoa. Oh, I thought that was my thing. No, I can't find it in here. I'm sure it's something I'm missing here. Here we go. Alright, so look. So watch. There we go. So go ahead and give it a punch really quick. And
Oh,
you see how your
what?
debug, there's like a box that goes straight for him. But yet there's still an aura around you.
Yeah.
That's how punches work, and that's how sometimes they usually miss. Is because you'll try and aim at a survivor, and it might home into another survivor, and you might miss a punch on another survivor that was right in front of you.
Game engine. That's something
Alright.
pretty interesting.
So much white.
I know.
And
So
go
I
ahead
can't really hit both of them
set
from
it.
here, right?
and- No. Because
Get closer.
they're not within your little aura, pretty much.
Right. Okay. Wait, I swung at Rochelle and that hit Coach, which was odd.
Because it swung towards the closest survivor.
Is that how sometimes survivors are able to juke you if there are two next to it?
Yes.
Because I swung right at Rochelle again, that hit Coach. Once again.
It's kind of like how smoker tongues go after the wrong target.
Right.
It's pretty much the same thing. You can aim at one survivor, and then it'll grab another one because it was closer or something like that. I don't know.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and reset it. There you go. Alright. So, the next thing we're going to cover here is bee hopping, but we're doing minimal bee hopping since you can't do actual bee hopping as the tank. If you can boggle, so we go ahead and respawn this. There you go. Alright. So I'm sure, as you said earlier, when you jump, you lose velocity, right? So like if I try to jump on this to chase a survivor, like over a counter, or over a prop, etc., or even over this car, I slow down, right?
Correct.
Now, to avoid this slowdown, all you gotta do is land a single B-hop. Now, you don't need to do any swing, you don't need to press any keys besides spacebar and W. You can press crouch if you want, I prefer crouch, but all you gotta do is hold W and press spacebar at the right time, and I'll show you. Let me see if I can land one. I used to be pretty good at these, but I don't play too much anymore. There we go.
There you go.
As you see, no slowdown as I get over the prop. Like I said, this is useful for chasing survivors, again, like over this counter, say survivor just jumped over the counter. Now survivors also get slowdown from props, or from jumping too, but not as much as the tank.
Yeah.
Let's go. So let's go ahead and practice with the car out here. A lot more spacious. I don't know if you're claustrophobic. Very nice.
That felt like luck, because I can almost never get it. Should I press it earlier before I land, or sooner?
Before you land. You pretty much want to nice. You want to press it like as you land, but not as you land. Because if you press it as you land, the game won't register before it's too late. Very nice.
Could I chain it after I land off the car too? Or only once?
Yes, but if you try to do that in Confoggle, it'll slow you down afterwards.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you can only get one hop as a tank in Confoggle.
Okay.
So much screen rumbling.
I know. I guess it's something I just need to practice for the most part.
It is. I mean, it's extremely useful. You have no idea. A really good example would be I'm sure you remember the pool room in Parish, map 4. Yes, no?
The pool room in map 4?
Map 4 Parish.
Trying to jump over those tables.
Yeah, this is exactly what it's for.
Oh man, I'm like so rusty at this. I'm always like afraid to do this every time.
Well, the thing to do is just do it once, and if it doesn't work, then don't try it again.
Yeah, that's what I usually end up doing.
One thing to note though is since the servers, most of the servers are 60 tick, it's probably going to be, you know, moderately harder. So I wouldn't entirely suggest it unless you do some more practicing.
Right. This is something I need to keep doing, I say.
Yeah. It's one of the reasons I'm kind of against 60 tick. I mean, yeah, 60 tick is a whole lot better registration and, you know, everything else, but just it takes away or makes more difficult a lot of the aspects that help the infected catch the survivors.
I think one of the better ways is do one bunny hop, then do a jump rock.
Yeah, you could do that.
So it almost negates that slowdown. You're gonna get stuck anyway. Just kind of just chaining that afterwards.
Eh, I'd rather go for the punch.
If they're far enough, at least. But yeah. I try to play rock tank a lot, for the most part, as opposed to going in.
Anyways, go ahead and tell me when you're ready to move on.
Yeah, I guess this is something I can do on my own, so we can go on for now.
Alright. So, the next thing I'd like to cover is rock hitboxing. Are you familiar with rock hitboxing?
All I know is it's really large.
Alright. Well, I mean, do you want me to go over it, or do you want to
Sure.
skip it? Alright, so we set up the survivors. Yes, we get it, tank. Alright, so we're kind of close. I think up there. Alright, so what I want you to do is come stand right here, and you're gonna watch where the rocks land. Oops. Alright, so basically the hitboxes around the survivor for registering rocks, or if it's rocks registering survivors, I don't know, is incredibly large. You can just see from where the rocks are landing how big the radius around the survivors is.
Yeah.
However, this only applies to them vertically. Horizontally, they still do have a big hitbox, but it's nowhere near as large as this.
Jeez.
So, alright, so I'm gonna come up here, or come up here. You go ahead and go up there and give it a try. And remember, you're not aiming for the building, you're aiming for the air right next to them.
Right. That's too far out.
Let's try again. Very nice.
How do I do underhand rocks?
You can't.
Oh,
Yeah, you can't do it on this
mod is
server.
not up.
Nah.
My goodness, that's like huge. Bigger than I remembered.
You should see where the rocks are actually landing on my end, because I see the debug information, so I can see exactly where they're landing.
I feel like Skeeting is like you have to aim directly at it if you're a survivor.
Alright. So let's go ahead and go over here. You're trying to throw a rock at the tree. The tree's not gonna fall down, I tell you. Alright. So again, we have some survivors over here now. Again, the hitbox horizontally is not, or vertically is not as big as it is horizontally. But it's still pretty big. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw a rock just barely over. Alright, so you go ahead and come up there and give it a try.
It's too far up. Nah, I'm always too high.
That was a bit too big.
There we go.
Nice.
So if they're LOSing you, you can hit them there.
Yep. Now
So
here's another
if-
thing I can do really quick. Well, go on and ask your question really quick.
Yeah, so if the survivors are LOSing here, just pretty common in a map like this, you can literally hit them if they're in here.
Yeah. Alright, so
Okay.
now, if you look around, I made all the survivors crouch. Now what this is to demonstrate is that crouching does not make your hitbox any smaller. If you
Really?
can get hit while standing, you can get hit while crouching.
Oh my goodness. Now that I actually did not know.
Yeah, crouching just makes you seem like a smaller target, so maybe a tank that doesn't know might try and aim a little lower and keep hitting, you know, the fence like you're doing right now. But yeah, it's still the same, the exact same.
Yo, those underhand rocks.
Very nice. Very nice. Alrighty.
But
Alright.
if crouching doesn't change hitboxes, that's actually something I did not know. So, good to know now.
Yep. Right. So the next thing we're going to be covering here is curve rocking. Now, how familiar are you with curve rocking?
All I know is it's something to do with looking the other direction and then looking back at the last minute to throw it, but I don't feel consistent about it, so...
That's actually one way to do it. There's a simpler way to do it that I prefer. But anyways, we're
Okay.
going to go ahead and do some curve rocking. So let me set up the survivors really quick. Alright, first off is, I'm sure you're familiar, you know with this already, there are 3 different rock throws, and all 3 of these different rocks require different timing for when you need to curve the rock. So, what I want you to look at really quick is you'll notice that for each of the rocks that he picks up, you'll notice that there's a time where he pulls back and then starts to peak and move forward. It's at that peak moment when he's starting to move forward is when you want to curve the rock. You see, pull back, peak, and then throw. And
Okay.
here, pull back, peak, throw. And that's for every single rock. And at that peak in the animation, that's when you want to curve the rock. So I'm gonna go ahead and go up here. So, for the one-handed rocks and the underhand rocks, you can simply just aim straight forward, and then once you reach the peak, just aim straight down. The two-handed rocks, however, which most people won't use in this scenario since there is a rock selector now, you're gonna have to edge it over the side here a bit. So let me see if I can try and get a two-handed rock so I can show you. So here I'm gonna try and edge it over the side. As you see, it doesn't go directly down like the other rocks, because if I were to try to throw it directly down, it would hit my feet, explode on the concrete like I just did now.
Okay. So you're pretty much curving all of that.
Yeah, pretty much. But again, the one-handed rock, it's basically the undisputed best curve rock possible. You can curve rock a one-handed rock much farther back behind cover than any other rock. I
That's
think
the
you could
one-handed
actually,
rock.
let me see, I think you could do it right about here maybe, the one-handed rock, and as you can see, the two-handed rock and the underhand rock just cannot compete with the one-handed rock
man.
in curving.
By default, the right click is the two-handed rock, or is it the one-handed?
The default is two-handed, I believe. No, you don't need to aim away. You don't need to aim away. Just aim forward, and then once you need to curve the rock, aim straight down.
Oh,
Very nice.
okay.
Very nice. Okay, and just
I'm
tell
trying
me when
to
you're...
figure out different timings.
Well, I know, but this is just the simple part. We got so much more curve rocking to do, you have no idea.
Yeah.
So just tell me when you're ready to move on to the next part of the curve rocking.
Alright. That was the overhead. Yeah, that one's definitely a lot harder. I like the one-handed for sure. I already feel it.
Yeah.
Overhead have to be a little bit more forward.
Yeah, the two-handed rock, which I think, like, I used to go over the curb rocking for two-handed rocks, but they were gonna be putting in the rock selectors. So I figured, why try and do the technical part of the two-handed rock when they're gonna be, you know, no one's gonna be wanting to use it anyways. But it is curvable.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. You can curve it a lot more than people realize.
Alright.
So let's go to the next part here. So we're going to be curving around a structure that we're using for cover here. Now, this is going to require a bit of a different timing, and you actually have to do a bit of aiming, since, you know, before you just aim straight down. The timing difference for this, the one-handed rock now has a much bigger window. The two-handed rock, much smaller window. And the underhand rock, good lord, has such a small window, it's ridiculous. So, to remedy this small window with the underhand rock, so you see where I'm standing really quick since I'm in mid person. Alright. To remedy this small window with the underhand rock, is usually best to aim away from your target and then aim at them. So as you probably as you are familiar with, so aim away from the target and then aim at them. Although I'm failing right now really badly. Okay, so let me go in the first person because I'm failing pretty hard on this. There you go. Should be much easier. But yeah, the window for the one-handed rock is now significantly exaggerated. The underhand rock, you either have to wait till pretty much the last second before you release the rock, or you aim away from the target and then aim at them. Otherwise, if you try and aim at the last second without churning, it's just going to be significantly harder. Alright, so go ahead and give it a try.
Are you pretty much against the wall before you aim?
Yes. Like I said, only for the underhand rock do you have to actually aim ahead or aim away from the target. Very nice.
Oh, whoops.
Here, when you get a one-handed rock, don't bother looking away. Just look straight forward, and then once you need to curve it, churn.
The two overhanded one I feel like is almost impossible.
Like I said, I used to teach it. It has a lot of curve rocking potential, but it's just there's no point to going into it. The best advice I can give is you pretty much have to wait until again the very last frame that it's about to throw, where you curve it.
I see. Oh my goodness, that was like super far.
Yep. And just tell me when you're ready for the next part of curve rocking.
Yeah, it's just the overhead, the two-handed over ones are like the impossible ones. I don't need to fiddle around with that.
Yeah, well, they're very possible.
Just need to fiddle around. Alright. Guess I shall do that on my own time.
Damn it, there's space in between them. I had the multiple. Yes. Screwed up dumpsters. That's exactly what I needed. Alright. So here we got the Great Wall of dumpsters here. Now,
Okay.
we're going to be going over here is basically curving underhand rocks and one-handed rocks over chest-high props. So I'm sure you've realized by now if you pick up a underhand rock or a one-handed rock and you try and throw it forward against chest-high props, they'll explode in your face. However, the two-handed rock is completely immune to this because it leaves the tank's body from a much higher point than all the other rocks. Which I'm trying to get a two-handed rock right now to demonstrate.
Yeah.
Give it to me. I hate when it doesn't want to do this for me. There you go. So yeah, two-handed rock easily goes over. So, in order to curve underhand rocks and one-handed rocks over chest-high props when you're point blank, is to curve rock. Essentially, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be aiming at the survivors. Once I notice I get a underhand rock or a one-handed rock, I'm going to aim away, and then aim back at them. Again, aim away, and then aim back at them. For underhand rocks, you're going to have to aim slightly higher so you can get over the dumpster. But not too high that you're going to end up hitting the helicopter that comes to save the survivors later on in the finale.
Right.
Alright. So go ahead and give it a try. Oops.
That was overhead.
Yep. Almost.
I think that was
a little
too
bit
soon.
higher. No, you got it. You just didn't aim high enough. There you go. Just gotta land it now.
You gain overheads. I did that too soon. So you're pretty much moving
Good.
earlier than I think I am.
Yeah. A little bit higher.
Oh, that was the one-handed.
Very nice. Oh wait, that was two-handed. My bad.
Yeah, you keep getting two-handed rocks. Again. It's like
Wish I
all of a
had
sudden
your
I'm
luck
getting
earlier.
That was too low. There we go.
Almost.
Dang it, that
Too
was too low.
early. No, that was too early. Too early.
That was
You gotta wait
two-handed.
for the peaks. You gotta wait for the peaks for this one.
Thanks, however you want.
Very nice.
It's just the underhanded ones that are always getting me.
Thanks for that.
Getting overhead rocks. Turned too early.
Just tell me when you're ready to move on, because there's one last step to curve back in after this.
Okay.
Too early. Too early.
Okay, there we go. So I have to just time it a lot later if I do it underhand.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, you gotta wait for the peaks.
There we go. Ah, that was too early. There we go. Alright, I think I'll fiddle around with it as well.
Alright, so the next part here, and actually I have to ask you to kill off your tank, so you'd either type kill on the console or press M to switch over and then switch back over to infected. Alright. You can set up the survivors really
I think
quick.
I really heard something.
See, I'll become the tank.
That's fine.
Never mind.
So this is
Alright.
how it's gonna be.
So I'm gonna spawn up my tank and need you to spec me in first person.
Okay.
Alright, so this next trick with curve rocking is basically going to allow me to curve a rock from on top, underneath me, and into the survivors. Now this only works with one-handed rocks and underhand rocks. Now you want to be close to the edge, and the trick here is you need to be aiming low for the initial part. So you can't be aiming straight, you can't be aiming midway, you need to be aiming low. And then once you curve the rock, you need to do a crescent shape around your tank without ever aiming down. So if at any time you do this, where you aim straight down, you're gonna throw the rock down into the ground. It's just not gonna work. So you have to do a crescent shape around your tank.
Okay.
I aim down.
You move pretty quickly. For your curve rock.
It happens.
I always think you have to move a lot slower.
No, you don't. The video says you have to do it in a smooth manner. You don't have to. I aim too high on the backdrop. And just tell me when you're ready to give it a try. Damn it, I'm not aiming low enough.
I'm giving you the overheads.
I know, right?
Alright, let's give it a shot.
Alrighty. Let me spawn you up this tank really quick. There you go. So remember, the trick is you need to be aiming pretty low on the initial part. Just not straight down, below.
Okay, the first one gives me that one.
Which you can actually do with those, but it's a little bit more tricky. But I don't want to go into those,
We
because
got
they're
3 in a
paid.
row. Make that 4 in a
Four?
row.
Can we get 5? Yep, 5. Can we get 6?
Are you serious?
There we go.
No.
Alright, let's try again. Damn, man.
One day they will stop giving me this one.
You're not turning fast enough on the edge.
This is some damn shit we got ourselves into.
You gotta aim past the target, pretty much. Do you by any chance have low FPS?
No.
Alright, do you have vertical sync enabled?
Let me see. I have it disabled.
Alright, just making sure. 'Cause it looks like the motions that you make are very jittery.
I'm probably just not moving a lot.
Yeah, you gotta move very quickly on this one.
I'll pay on like 15 sensitivity.
Ah, so I see then why. You angle skip or frame skip. You're aiming too far to the right. So you need to aim straight at, or straight forward pretty much, while aim down. There you go. invisible rock.
I saw that.
Wait, what do you mean how you saw that? It was invisible.
Oh, I see what you did there.
But it was invisible.
They're not connecting
Okay.
at all.
You're getting close to the oh god.
Okay, that was first person throw.
Yeah. The issue is that don't press them too quickly together. The issue is that you're not spinning fast enough. You're not spinning fast enough. You gotta be very quick. So like right there, you got it, but it was uncontrolled, so it hit somewhere else. And that now you're aiming too high. There we go.
No, right.
What did I
Not
say?
to do it too
Stop!
fast.
Don't do it too fast. Too slow there. Now you're just doing it too late. Way too late.
I think I need to see you do it again.
Alright.
Okay. Son of a bee sting. This hurts.
Where am I? Alright, there you go. Alright, tell me you're ready.
Ready?
Oops. oh, come on, Valve. Come on. There you go. There you go. Alright. Sterling.
All the overhands.
Such two-handed. I know, right? I don't know when I fucked up. It's been so long since I've done these, I can tell I'm terribly rusty at them. Yeah, he's 200 Rex, sure as hell like helping.
I mean, at least you're connecting them so far.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like I said, you gotta wait for that peak moment. Whereas if you're trying to curve a underhand rock around the structure, you have to wait till the last frame or you have to look away. But since we're doing it like this, you have to wait for the peak instead of the last frame.
This one would be the one I need to practice the most for sure.
Well, you don't need to. It's very situational, really.
It definitely helps out though. If they're trying to LOS you underneath.
Well, yeah, but you're probably gonna get chipped then. This is only, like, the only scenario that I found this to actually be useful in is the Coldstream map 2. When they take it inside the tunnel, you can curve rocks from on top of the tunnel into the tunnel. And I've actually hit a few people with it.
That's crazy.
Such two-handed rocks.
All the two-handed.
Oh, wow.
How many was that, like 5 now?
I think I'm at, like, 8.
That's not.
No, that's alright.
Okay, I think I see where you're aiming now. Might not be aiming that far back enough.
Well, no, you gotta make sure you do a crescent shape. Remember, you gotta do a crescent shape. So you're churning around rather than... How do I explain it? You're not aiming down like this. You're basically just churning around.
Are you pretty much just moving your mouse to the right then?
Yes, pretty much.
Okay, I probably might be moving up and down at the same time. Because you say crescent, so I think I have to move my mouse as a crescent, but it's really just to the right.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, trying to get another
that
one.
That
but-
probably clarifies it for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really difficult curve rock to get, and also at the same time, it's very situational, so it's not entirely vital that you learn it.
Yeah, it'd be good for me to just, practice. Let's just give it a shot.
I'm too young
You were naming well enough for that one initially.
There we go.
There we go. Oh, it hit the gnome. The dreaded gnome has blocked so many rocks here.
The gnome. Probably also why I'm getting all the underhands, overhands.
I didn't know me yet. Very nice. Almost. Very nice. Too late. Too late. Very nice. Yeah, just tell me when you're ready to move on. Nice rack.
Hunter! I'm too young to feel this way.
I feel like I'm aiming too high for that one.
Which one? The one-handed rack?
There we go.
Nice job.
Alright. It'll be something
Alright.
I can play around with.
Alright. So, the next thing we're going to be covering here is the hunter. How are you with wall kicking?
I'm not sure what. Sometimes when I get shot, I can't wall kick anymore. Sometimes I just can't wall kick at all before I spawn in. Is there something behind it?
Yes, there are multiple things behind it. Getting shot is not one of them. Basically, if you at any point collide with the survivor, you will be unable to wall kick. So, like right here, wall kick. However, if I were to, like, see right here, I'm gonna claw her, but I didn't collide with her. Wall kick. However, if I, oh, she's gonna kill me with that damn thing. So, if I collide, so right here, I just collided with, god damn it, Rochelle. Really? Like, really? Alright, so right
Oh
there,
my
I just
goodness,
collided. Yeah, right there, I just collided with Coach. As you can see, I can no longer wall kick now since I collided with Coach.
Do they
So
have
again-
to actually hit you?
No, you have to collide with them again. So if I scratch them like this, I'm trying to get them. So if I scratch them, that's not colliding. If I bump into them, then it's colliding. So you see again, since I bumped into Coach, I can't wall kick. So in order to fix this, I need to do a regular pounce, and then I'm able to wall kick again. This also applies to if you pounce on somebody. Wow, such bad. If you pounce on somebody, wow, I made the bots too strong here. So yeah, if you pounce on somebody and then get cleared via a shove, you won't be able to wall kick.
Because you touched them.
Yep. And again, in order to fix this, you gotta do a regular bounce, etc. So yeah, those are the reasons why you can't wall kick. But you do know how to wall kick, though, correct?
Do you
Alright, then.
press crouch before you do it? You don't have to, right?
You don't have to, but it's usually a good thing to do. And
Yeah.
you can do this off of a variety of things. You can do it off of decorations, like say these concrete trash bins here. You can do it off of these. You can do it off that pole. How you can even do it off the side of these picnic tables right here.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
If I were to collide with them, then
Yeah. You wouldn't be able to do it anymore.
Wait,
But you didn't
what?
collide. Because she shoved you. You didn't collide with their model. There, you collided with her. There you go.
okay.
Alright, so the next thing we're going to go over here is kite pouncing. Pouncing along a single wall. How are you with this?
What? Say it again.
There you go. How are you with kite pouncing? Pouncing along a single wall.
I think I'm pretty proficient. I do hunter training from time to time.
Alright, so let me see you do it against this wall then. It's pretty proficient, good sir.
Dang, electric box.
Well, come over here and try it again. I think we need to work on your kite pouncing.
Yeah, I'm going for too far out.
Like, you can't do it like, can you do it like this? I'm gonna see and show you really quick. Okay, so did you see how I did that? Alright, so yeah, looks like you got that then. Probably you bumped into the ceiling. Alright, so
Yeah.
you got that, so we don't need to go over that. Alright. So I guess that covers everything here with the hunter. Let's move on to the next special infected, which is the... which one do I do next? I always forget I get these two mixed up. Let's move on to the... let's move on to the boomer. Alright, so how are you with getting long range vomit?
It feels, for some reason, arc boom. I always get arc booms because they feel more consistent compared to just walking up to them and trying to vomit. Because every time I do that, I seem to never succeed with them.
Alright, how are you with vomiting over objects? Or from behind cover?
I feel pretty comfortable with that.
Alright, so you don't want to go over any of that with the boomer.
Let's go over them. I might know something, pick something up.
Alright. This spot. Oh god. Hello there. Second, I gotta bring Rochelle back here. I thought she was annoying. There you go. Alright.
I hate the female boomer sound so much.
Aren't they attractive?
I like the male ones more.
Alright.
That's
So
a
here-
very nice glitch prop.
Yeah. So here we have a nice van. Alright, the survivors are hiding from. Now, a lot of people get intimidated when they try and vomit over objects, but really the trick is to pretend that the van isn't there. That's all I gotta say. Pretend the van isn't there. So go ahead and get vomit here. Alright. I'm gonna move the van here really quick. Now I'll try and do another one. Alright, so it looks like you got it then. You know the idea. Alright. Now one thing to note is that a good idea is, like, say if you know a boomer is like behind a prop, like something like this, and he's gonna vomit over it. A lot of people's first instincts is to run away from the van. This makes them get boomed on. So an actual good idea is to run and hug the van. So see right here, if I'm hugging the van, you can't vomit on me. Instead, you're gonna vomit on the other survivors.
Hmm.
Yeah, this is usually like another good idea is, like, say for example, Parish Map 2. You know how
Yeah.
there's that van right outside? A lot of people, when they hear the boomer, what do? They run backwards into the safe room, and what happens? They get boomed on. However, if they had ran forward and hugged the van, they would not have gotten vomited on.
Okay.
Alright. So next thing we're going to be doing here is, like, so... Let me set this up. Let me get up and get a ramp here. Oh god. Can you jump on that?
No,
I don't
it's too
think-
high.
Oh god. I'm
Give me another
scared
one.
up. There you go. Get a ramp. Alright, so here is another way, basically vomiting on the survivors without vision. I'm sure you already know about this one. Generally you want to crouch. Crouching does not increase the velocity or the distance you vomit. it just simply lowers the exit point from your model where the vomit comes from. And since we're so much higher, we don't need it to be any higher. So go ahead and give it a try. Alright, nice job. Yeah, so you got the idea behind that.
I'm not hitting Rochelle. Where is she? Okay,
She's farther
kind
back.
of.
Yeah. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and do the last part here. Alright, so vomit travels for a set amount of time rather than distance. Meaning that if you can do anything to increase the velocity of your vomit, it'll travel much farther before it dissipates. So, basically vomiting downward causes your vomit to accelerate because of the gravity, the physics, or whatever you want to call it in this game, whatever. I don't know. Crazy science, okay?
Too, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but leave that sign alone. So, since I'm up here and I'm going to be vomiting down, my vomit's going to be traveling faster, which means it can cover more ground before it dissipates.
The actual model doesn't. The actual vomit particle doesn't actually do that, right? It's just what actually based on the game.
Pretty much. And I mean, as you can see, the distance from the top of that to the bottom is pretty damn far. Alright.
How am I going to get up there?
Well, no, it's not. It's just a demonstration.
Right.
Yeah, this is a demonstration. You don't need to actually be able to do it. Alright, so any questions with the boomer then?
I feel pretty good.
Alright. Alright, so let's go ahead and move on to the next special effector, which is the charger. Right. Do you know how to avoid stumbling at point blank range with the charger?
I think I do, but let's cover it.
Go ahead and give it a try.
So if you're point blank, this is going to stumble for sure.
Yeah.
But if I back up a little before I charge, it's not going to.
Yeah, but then it's not point blank anymore.
Okay, so that wasn't it. Do you charge at like an angle? Is
Yes.
that it?
Yeah. Charge it.
Yeah, like that.
That's all you gotta do.
So you don't charge directly at them, but you go at an angle.
Yep.
I went
Oh,
too
that's side charging. We'll cover that later. Yeah, looks like you got the idea. Alright. So let's move on to side charging here, which we were just doing. Side charging, basically it's where you clip their model. So you need to come at them from the edge. So if you come at them straight on and then try and charge to the right. Oh god, I hate when it does this. I try to demonstrate what not to do, but it always gets me this shit. Every time. Basically, okay, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna like do it stupidly, okay? So if you come at them straight on without going to their edge, so I'm gonna back up a bit just to demonstrate, and you were to charge to the right, you would not grab them. You need to come at them from the edge, slightly on the edge, so that you can grab them as you charge. And of course, it doesn't work that time, but you somewhat get the idea. Alright. And then if you put this in faster motion, so here's what it's going to look like in faster motion. Yep. We're going to go ahead and... Oh wow, Rochelle kicked
Always
your ass.
Rochelle.
Yeah.
Always
Alright, so
Rochelle.
we're gonna move to this spot here really quick. I'm sure you're familiar with this spot.
Oh, jeez, this spot. This is one of the good examples.
This spot. Now the trick here is that you need to start pre-aiming as you arrive. Now you need to aim less than 90 degrees. So right here, I'm going to be aiming, so I'm going to be doing it, but I'm going to aim more than 90 degrees, and you're going to see that I don't grab him. So here, I'm doing more than 90 degrees. As you see, I miss. However, if I do it less than 90 degrees, or at 90 degrees, I'll be able to grab him.
This is like the applicable spot, basically.
Pretty much. Alright, so give it a try. Very nice. And you hit
I got
Alice,
Alice.
too.
Why do people usually spit here preemptively before the survivors come up?
Probably... Oh god, he's stuck. Oh, nice job. I have no idea. There's no reason to spit preemptively. It's just to delay them.
Yeah, but they're just going to run up because there's no spitter, and no one's going to kill the spitter because
Yep.
there's no reason to.
Exactly. So if they're preemptively spitting, they fail.
Thousand
If they're
nice.
spitting down the hole, though... Oh, looks like you gotta do the walk of shame. You wanna know a secret about the walk of shame?
What's up?
If you killed yourself, I would've respawned you. Yes, John.
It's always Rochelle. Always Rochelle. Oh no, it's terrible.
No, more than 90. What is it, 91, 92?
Probably.
Looks like you solved the walk of shame.
Okay, that was odd.
Yeah, it happens.
Caused that one.
It happens sometimes, right?
Sometimes
Try to
I
get
feel
them.
like the reason why that happens is we're on different elevations and you charge right at them. It doesn't grab them the distance. You just get stopped.
Neither is great. Nice shit. The reason being is like I'll show you here. Like, oh wow, what happened to Rochelle? She went far.
I charge into her.
All right, so like let me give you another example. So here, I'm sure you're familiar with Parish Map 1. Do you know the death charge at the safe room?
Is it when you charge from the railing?
No, you don't charge from the railing. You charge along the railing. So, let me see. Can I find something that's smoother? Let me see. Something that's straighter. Anything that's straighter. Come on, there's got to be something straight around here that's elevated. Oh, here. This will do. Alright, so come over here. So here we got Ellis. So, basically, as long as you can grab them and there's nothing within, like, I want to say, nothing within a foot to block them, you can grab them off. And that's why on Parish Map 1, you'll sometimes have a smoker pull onto the rail, and then the charger will charge along the rail, and we'll get a result similar to this. As you see, I pulled them off of the concrete and into me. However, so I'm going to do another example here really quick. However, like I said, if there's something right after them to block it within at least a foot, then you're going to get stuck. Because you need to have that 1 second or so, or half second or so, where you're pulling them down from the concrete or down from the elevation into your charge. And if you don't have that, you know, that half second, then this happens.
Right.
And it's all about just, you gotta have that distance. Let me go ahead.
Yeah.
Warp a bit.
Although I remember the days when you can jump after you charge. If you remember the punch, the extra punch, before Valve fixed it.
So here's
And
here
you can like
again.
just jump over the railing.
So here, now we have a bit of distance. I don't think it's gonna work, but let's go ahead and give it a try. I think it's a bit too close. It's still too close. So it needs to be slightly farther. Just see. It's right there. Let me go ahead and get rid of Rochelle here. Alright, so here now we got Nick. And since I don't have, I gave myself a bit of distance from that end part, he can't be death charge.
Is the death charge spot at Death Parish 1? I don't really see it because of the railings. How does it sort of work? Is it like
It's
a knockback
just like
for another
this.
survivor?
No, it's just like that, just how I set it up. So, I mean, we can go ahead and switch over to the map really quick, but
Sure.
let's see. Can I switch over to the map? Damn it. I don't think I can. Start new campaign, change. I think we can
There's
do
no
it from
vote
here,
calling?
but there is, but you can't change to a specific map in versus mode. You have to
Oh,
do
right.
only just
But
the
this is
campaign.
map 1.
Yeah, no, that's map 2. The carnival that we're on, that's where I do all the training because it has all the areas that I needed to use.
Right.
But I think
I
we
didn't
can
realize
try...
that. Oh, sorry, go.
I was gonna say, I think we can try on, let's see, I'm trying to remember what I have left. So we got the Jockey, and we got,
Jockey, Smoker.
no, I think we can do the rest of this on this map.
Okay.
Got some chest paddles.
Damn it. Let my camera move. There we go. There. So, you turn down the lag. So here we're gonna do the death charge. So I'm gonna set up Rochelle, and for this we're just gonna we're just gonna assume. You know what? I can just spawn up a smoker. So let me. I mean, you can do it just like this, but this is generally what you'll see for the death charge. Oh, it's smoke. I thought it was gonna be a bot. But yeah, go ahead and pull him or pull Rochelle. So this is generally what you see. They'll pull Rochelle. The charger will come in, land on the rail, and then charge.
Oh, I see. Because you were charging from the bottom of the rail, so I was like, how is that a death charge? But that makes more sense.
Now, again, if there's something behind the survivor, so I'm gonna switch over to the shell here. If there's something within a couple feet of the survivor, so like right here. So let's go ahead and do the same thing. So go ahead and pull Rochelle. So now we've got the same scenario, but she's backed up into the corner. Oh, wow, she didn't back up into the corner.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can free her. Damn game.
This invisible wall. Okay, that works.
Yeah, back up a bit to the side, can you? Or no? Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. You can just charge.
Alright, but yeah, let's say because I think this invisible wall, no, this invisible wall isn't.
Promod took it out a little bit, so
Yeah.
Promod is a little bit less effective.
Yeah, so again, this would be like another scenario, but since you got her pulled right into the corner, and if you were to charge like this, I would grab her, but since there's no distance or room for me to pick her up behind her in time, it won't be a death charge. Instead, I'll just get stuck on the rail.
Yeah. I gotta try that as charger now.
Oh god, that's usually what you go for during that spot, so I'm surprised no one's done that.
I have not done that before, so
Another
that's
one.
going to be good to know.
Yeah, there is another charge here, but it's pretty much yellow and completely stupid. So let me see if I can set them up. Let me see. I think that's the setup. It's basically where you charge. I think you charge from right. I think it's right here. Let me try. Yeah, like this. And you basically either get a double charge or you charge someone off of the rail.
I see.
Yeah. But it's pretty YOLO and it's completely stupid. You better off the tank with your team.
Yeah.
Alright. So, any questions left with the charger then? Oh, one thing I noticed
let me
that
give
you
it a
seem
shot.
to do... Alright, sure. One thing I noticed though is that you do a lot of punch charges. Are you aware what punch charges do to your regular charging?
Is it that and then you go? Is it
Yeah.
that it?
Yeah, but are you aware what happens when you do punch charges though?
I do not.
It slows down your charge. So go ahead and do the YOLO charge here really quick, just to practice it, and then I'll show you what I mean. So you gotta charge along the rail here. So you're gonna be charging onto this, and then it's gonna charge like that.
I never done that one actually.
There you go. Oh look, you got it! You got it!
I never done this one before, so.
Alright. So we'll spawn you up. So yeah,
What about the punching?
oh god,
Wait,
this
what?
bug. Yeah, it's a bug.
Just like what?
Yeah, thank you. Alright,
That
so let me
was
show you the
odd.
difference. Let me go to another spot, somewhere that's nice and open. Alright, oh god, this isn't nice and open. Oh here, this is nice and open. There we go. Can I fall through this?
Okay.
Just make sure that I can't fall through any of this shit. Wow, I'm surprised I can't fall through any of this shit. Game, why? Oh, I still can't fall through it anyways. They have invisible walls or something, whatever. Invisible black, I guess you can call it. Alright,
Yeah.
so let me spawn you up over here. So let me set up two spawns.
I'm stuck.
You are?
Yeah.
Should be.
Which is odd.
Let me
We're
see.
going to teleport in a moment.
Oh, you're right. God damn it,
Okay, I
no.
teleported. No, I'm stuck again.
It's because you're teleporting into me. This is why we can't have nice things, Val, okay?
Valve.
I
There
know,
we go.
right? Let me see, I need to find a nice...
This
sweet
alley
spot.
might work.
No,
over
it's
here.
too... Let me see if I can delete these props. There you go.
There's invisible walls here also.
Don't worry, we got a good spot now.
Okay.
So come over here, just... Yeah, that works. Alright, let me set up the survivors. So, here we... go. Alright. Making my way over there with the other survivor.
Hey, don't shoot the car.
The car.
I know, right? Don't shoot the car. Alright, so here. Alright. So you have two survivors here. They're as aligned as possible. Now, I'm going to show you the difference here with punch charging and regular charging. Now here, this is going to be a regular charge.
Okay.
Alright, and you see normal speed, etc. Now here's going to be a punch charge. You're going to notice that for the initial part of the charge, I'm drastically slower, and I believe I go shorter distance. So let's go ahead and show you.
Oh, I saw it.
So you see, you can look at the survivors, you can see the distance is quite different. And also it makes it easier to clear, because at the initial part, you're going to be slow.
And you're not as far away from the survivor, because I'm assuming you're going to be charging the survivor away from the group.
Well, no, I mean, it's just not that. It's just that for the initial part that you're charging, you're slower. Meaning that you can be cleared by a ranged weapon much easier while you're charging them off.
I see.
Oh, what's this place? Oh, it's not.
So when is it applicable to not use it? I feel like I should just avoid punching until they notice me then.
Close range, when you have to do like a close charge, like say right here, if I need to do a punch charge, I do it right here. But also sometimes it's best not to do a punch charge because you can't, I'm sure you notice you can't punch and charge at the exact same time.
Yeah, you can't. I tend to just avoid punching until they notice me. Like, I just keep
No, I
punching
think
until
you
they
can.
look at me.
Let's see. Oh, actually, yeah, you can actually do a punch charge at the exact same time. You have to press the charge, though, first. It's kind of like jump rocking, where you have to press the rock button, and then
Yeah, I
you
mean,
have to
it's
press the
slow down
charge
there.
first. But yeah,
That
still,
was slower.
yeah, but still, you don't want to always do punch charges.
Yeah. Punching will always slow you down, just period.
Yep,
So, because I tried backing up there, see if it gives me anything else.
which is dumb. Valve, why you do this? Why you do this?
Yo, they have to balance the game somehow.
It's because they figured everyone that was gonna play this game was incredibly bad. It was like, hey,
Yo,
let's
just look
make
at vanilla.
hey,
Can't even
let's
go
make
back
it
and
so
play
that,
that.
I mean, like hunters. They'd be able to run around and claw someone and then run away because they wouldn't get slow enough, and the people would be like, oh my god, I can't empty that hunter. He's so fast. Valve, slow him down. But yeah, anyways.
Okay.
All right. So, any questions about the charging?
Not particularly.
All right. The last thing we have covered here is the jockey, or as I like to remove some of the vowels and replace them with A's, I refer to him as the jockey.
The jockey just... I
hate him.
Jockey, period.
I hate him. He's a bad infected, period. But, so I'm going to cover some tips here. First off, the main thing for the jockey is the jockey B-hop, where you alternate between lunge and spacebar.
I don't think I do that often enough, because my friends do it, but I don't ever do that. I just kind of walk around.
If you can land it, see, like, watch. Here, watch me really quick, so you can see. Just jumping and lunging isn't going to do anything. You have to land the B-hop. That's what it's called, a jockey B-hop. As you see, for that second jump, I got a huge amount of speed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And
The
that's the
survivor bots
point
are,
of the
like,
jockey
looking at you
B-hop.
too.
I know,
Like, when you
because
pass
they
by
want to
them.
kill me. Well, yeah, that's the point of the jockey B-hop, is to land the spacebar. I prefer to crouch because it gives you more speed and distance, but it's also extremely risky. If you fail it, you're fucked as the jockey. Hands down.
Oh, it's like bunny hopping again. I
Yeah.
was never good at that.
So you got one there.
Yeah.
Alright. So yeah, I mean, that's that for the jockey. There's nothing else. So, but I can give you a tip here really quick. Now, so if I'm gonna exaggerate this pretty much. So if you were to lunge in the air, you'll notice that in the bottom right screen, you'll notice your red bar doesn't recharge until you land on the ground. It doesn't
Right.
start recharging. Now, while this red bar is recharging, you cannot land on a survivor with a space bar. So, normally, I can just jump on Ellis's ugly face here with the space bar. You know, because my red bar is recharged. However, if I try and lunge at him, while my red bar is recharging, I'll slide off of him, or just bounce off of him. So I'll show you really quick. Do you see how I kind of just slid off of him?
Yeah.
This is because my red bar wasn't recharged, and because of that I couldn't land on him.
I see. Ellis. Where'd Rochelle go?
She teleported out because of a bug with the game. So yeah.
Yeah, I recharged there.
Yeah, pretty much, that's it. So this brings you to my next point here. Let's see, let's go over here really quick. This brings me to my next point. Oh, damn it.
Wait.
Valve, why? Yeah, they do that sometimes when they're teleported.
Yeah.
I don't think they like to be abruptly do. So this brings me to my next point. Is you never want to try and initiate from a rooftop with a lunge. Reason being is if you lunge and then miss, you have to wait for your red bar to recharge. During this time, you're completely vulnerable and not able to do anything. However, if you do a rocket spawn or spacebar offwards and then you miss, you can lunge as soon as you land for a second chance at the survivors.
Yeah, that's usually what I do. I don't really lunge off rooftops. I just do the jump.
So
for that
a lot
reason.
of people do, and that's why I make sure to exaggerate.
Yeah. It's good to cover though.
Yeah. Alright, so any questions with the Jockey?
Just why is it so easy to dead stop this Jockey Valve?
I don't think they intended it to be easy to dead stop. It's just he's too slow, honestly, and too predictable.
Yeah.
I mean, you can try and juke a M2, but by the time you juke the M2, you're gonna be dead.
Yeah. Like the AI jockeys, their aim, like they always get on your head the moment they see you.
You're doing it wrong then. Yeah, let me show you how to dead stop an AI Jockey. Here, watch. The trick is to not panic.
Jockey!
Okay? So the trick is to not panic.
Jockey!
Basically, if you can determine if a jockey is AI or a player, then you need to stand still. If it's a player, or I mean if it's an AI, stand still. If you move, it's going to be significantly harder to dead stop.
I always just try to back up and then right click forward.
Yeah,
afterwards.
that makes, like I said, that makes it harder. All you gotta do is you stand still and just time it. The AI jockey will always jump when he gets in range. So
Like
you
here.
just gotta predict, yeah. Well, no, slightly backwards, actually. Yeah, right there. And he will always jump, and as soon as he is in that range, that's when he dead stops. So you click as soon as he's in that jump range. That's all you
Okay.
gotta do for AI jockeys. Alright. So we're gonna be switching over to the survivor side then, since we have nothing left
Alright.
for the special infected. So go ahead.
Some cars set off alarms. Okay.
Let me move them out of the way here. Alright. Alright. So, we're going to be practicing witch killing. So how are you with crowning in general?
I feel pretty confident. I'm usually the SMG user in the team, so... But I practice shotgun mainly because people keep asking me to do one-on-ones with them.
Let me turn up the switch really quick. Let me change. Damn it, where is it? Stand, walk, wait.
Which, something
oh.
about wandering witches. Let me look it up too.
I don't think I can do it on this map. There's a way to force wander and disable wander, but
Yeah.
wander is already disabled. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's
let's
a
go back to
bright map.
Dark Carney then.
Fine. Alright, let's go. I won't be able to set it straight to the map 1. So, or map 2, so I have to go straight to map 1 here. But I
Okay.
think we can finish up what we need to there. Did you make that raid how many? Yes, I did. Made it, what, 4? 5 years ago?
That crouching tank, the survivors crouching against tank rocks though, that's going to be very difficult to play against, especially this first safe room, from what I recall.
Not really.
Because survivors always LOS behind the bus, and then you can always just hit them with a rock. They can't crouch it.
I hate when the bots pick up the medkits. I have to punish them. Don't make me punish you, Dusty. That's what I thought.
Wait, what is wrong with it? Oh, the heal of it, right?
No, I'm OCD. I want them all to have defibs.
Okay.
Alright. So yeah, I mean right here, no, if you stand on the rail, you can get hitbox, but if you're standing right here, unless they get a two-handed rock and they're standing right here at the very peak, it's teleporting me out as well. Look at this.
Yeah, they don't want you to be up there, survivors,
Yeah, no.
but I think I know what you mean.
Yeah, you gotta be standing on the peak then. Let me see if I can get up there from here.
No, survivors can't go up there.
No.
Invisible walls everywhere.
Well, I know, and it even has something to teleport you out. But yeah, you gotta be standing on this very peak, and I think you need a two-handed rock. It could be one-handed, and then you can barely hit them, but they'd have to be standing, I think, right here.
Yeah.
'Cause that's, yeah. If they're standing right here, you're not gonna get them, which most of the time they're gonna pay attention. Now, let me see if I can delete these entities here. I've always wanted to see if these are props or part of the map. Ah,
There are the solid ones, probably.
yeah. No, these aren't props. Or
They're not
entities.
hittable, so...
Well, no, I was still able to remove the ones over there at the Parish Line Crab. But let's go to a nice other spot here really quick and see. Can I remove these trees?
Where is everyone?
I can't remove these trees.
150%, dude.
I made it 150% of the way? How does that even work? Alright, can I
Valve.
remove these then? Damn it! Ah! These are like map 2 better.
We
I
can
can read this.
go there, I guess. Or we
No,
can't.
you have to finish it.
Dang it.
No, I can't read that. Let's just go out to the safe room here.
Whispering Oaks.
There you go. Nice and open, I guess. Can't read that. Damn it, I can't even remove the fence. This game sucks. Oh, here. Nice open area. Alright, this'll do. Alright. Okay. So I'm gonna warp you over. Let's
Yeah, I
start
was, like,
with
running
the
there.
witch. Alright, so you said you were confident in your witch killing.
Okay, yeah.
Alright, so go ahead. You see what
You want me to do a draw or a non-draw?
non-draw.
Leave that witch alone.
I feel like the sitting ones are a lot harder. Like in general.
Alright. Oops. Alright, so let's try and do a quick one here.
Leave that witch alone.
Very nice. Alright, so yeah, you got that. So let me see you draw ground now.
Leave that witch.
That's not really a draw, that's like a shoot and then run.
You want me to do this let them come to me version?
Yeah.
Guys, that witch is getting
Alright, so yeah, you got that then. Alright. Alright, so we don't need to cover that. How are you with, let's see. Do you know about stumbling the witch with headshots?
Yeah. With the
Alright,
Magnum?
you can do it with the Magnum, the hunting rifle, the
AK-47?
military rifle, and the AK-47, yeah. I never knew about this area back here. So weird. Probably just spawn comment infected, maybe.
Yeah.
Alright, so then you got that. Also, some explosives work, but they seem to be inconsistent. I haven't found what the inconsistency is, but usually propane tanks, oxygen tanks, pipe bombs, and grenade launchers usually stumble her. Are you
Right.
aware how to kill her with while stumbling with the melee weapon?
Is it you bash her with right click, and then you hit him once?
Yes. This allows you to kill realism witches with ease.
I feel like the infected attack is going to attack if you do that, though.
Well, that's why you do it either while they're down, or... I don't know. It depends. I've done it a few times in versus, but it's usually better just to shoot her in the head and then have your teammates shoot her while she's stumbling.
This is the witch.
Oh my goodness, the
Yeah.
melee right click, like,
I know, right?
cooldowns.
I had to set it here. So yeah, you know about that then. Alright. So, shall we move on to the next thing then?
I see players do this. Can you spawn a witch?
Alright.
I see. This is the one I'm trying to learn the most, where they're like kind of over here, and then they shoot her, and then they walk up to her and kill her like that. This is the one I'm trying to learn, because it's
Without crouching?
yeah, like just
I think that's
pick
kind of
her up and then just shoot her.
it's kind of pointless. You're better off crouching. It's safer. But all you gotta do is just aim slightly down at her chest.
Because that one gives the special infected almost no time to react. Because they look like you're trying to crown her, and then if they attack, you can just back up. And if not, you can just pull her really quickly and just do that and kill her. Except I missed that time.
I still prefer just keeping it simple. They won't have time to react if you're quick enough anyways.
Okay.
Alright. So any other questions then?
Pump shotgun versus chrome.
What about them?
In terms of witch killing,
I would say that the chrome is worse than the pump simply because it won't deal as much damage ever. Because of the way the multiplayer works.
Weapons over here.
right?
And plus,
The
if
chrome
you're
was-
aiming... Yeah, and you're gonna be point blank anyways, so you shouldn't miss any pellets. And if you're doing the quick crown where you do it like this... Oops. You're gonna have an easier time crowning her anyways because the bullets are gonna be more confined. So let me show you here really quick. Let me see, is there a wall nearby that I can do this with? Is this... Alright, so yeah. So I'm gonna shoot this wall here, so watch the wall. Alright, so if you look at the wall right here, you see that the bullets are very spread, and they're very horizontal, right?
Yeah.
Alright, now I'm gonna come up here really quick. Let me see, can I stand up here? Damn it, no. Let me see, can I try right
Disagree.
here?
Sorry, pushing
Oh,
you off.
I think it's teleporting me. Oh, there we go. Alright. So here, now I'm gonna shoot downward.
Is the bullet spread going to be vertical?
Yeah, it's
Is
gonna be
it that?
vertical and a lot more confined together. You
'Cause
see
I-
here, look at that line. Look at that line.
Yeah.
Perfect line. Such a valve.
Yeah, that's something I actually already knew in terms of valve logic, because it was there since Left 4 Dead 1, but I never found an application for it if you look straight up or straight down at shooting stuff.
Well, no,
So I
the
just
farther
pretty
you look
much-
down, the more confined it's gonna be. Pretty much.
Huh.
Yeah.
Even so, when you're skeeting hunters,
Yeah, when you're skeeting hunters, that's why aiming up, it's much more confined. But don't crouch. Crouching makes it harder.
okay,
Alright.
interesting.
Alright, so... Shall we move on then?
Sure.
These shadows. I don't know if you can see the shadows in the gun, but they're really blocky. Alright, so the next thing we're going to be covering here is smoker tongue cutting. How are you with tongue cutting?
I don't really practice it, but what actually cuts smoker tongues beside the fire axe, crowbar, and katana?
Anything that's sharp. If it's a sharp weapon, they cut tongues.
So
Let's
not
go ahead and
baseball
practice
bats.
that then. No, not baseball bats. Although I really think that Valve should have made it so like if you can try and cut a smoker tongue with a blunt weapon, but all you'll do is stop the tongue and you'll be unequipped of your melee weapon, like it'll be pulled from the smoker. I thought it would have been a neat feature, but eh.
Yeah.
Grabbing a katana.
So I don't know if you got a katana or fire axe or whatever, so go ahead and grab that. So we're gonna go ahead and go over smoker tongue cutting here. So first things first is you need a sharp weapon, which we already covered. The second thing is the timing. You don't want to swing as the tongue grabs you want to swing before it, so that once the tongue is grabbing you, you're halfway through your swinging animation. So you gotta time it.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta pre-swing. The next thing is the motion. You don't want to look straight at the smoker, you actually want to be aiming slightly down as it comes to you. Very slightly down. Don't aim too far down, or you'll cut your invisible toes and you might miss the smoker tongue.
Yeah.
But yeah, just aim slightly down as if you're chopping wood. So move your mouse up and down a bit. That's about it. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and place the smoker here really quick.
Okay.
Okay, what is that? I thought I saw something over here. Oh, just foliage. Alright. Sorry, I get distracted sometimes. Alright. So for this exercise, if you get the smoker tongue cut, I'll let you know by giving you a number. If you don't get the tongue cut, I won't give you a number. Right.
Okay.
Here we go. 1.
No, I didn't get it. Huh.
Swing sooner. 1.
Am I swinging too early?
Too late.
Huh.
1. 2.
No, that was a miss.
Let's try again. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8.
It was a lot
9.
earlier than I think.
10.
I was always swinging too late.
11. 12.
My bad. I didn't. I swung too late there.
Alright, but yeah, it seems like you got the long range smoker tongue cuts down. Yeah, it's pretty early. Now, for the closer range, which I'm looking at the pings right now, I don't think it's going to be possible with the ping right now. But at closer range, so like, say, let me see. Stop moving!
Oh.
So like right about here, you can get the smoker tongue cut, but what it comes down to is basically you got to predict when the smoker is going to pull, and then you got to swing as soon as you hear him shoot his tongue. We can
Gotta
give it a
read the
couple
future.
tries. Yeah, we can give it a couple tries, but honestly, with the ping you're at right now on my server, it's not gonna work. So let's go ahead and give it a try now. 1.
I did it too late.
Well, of course I jigged you. You gotta listen for the tongue. You went in for the claw.
It's a reaction game. That was too late.
1. 2. Oh wow!
I feel like that
It
was
looked
too
like-
late.
No, you aimed too far down. Like I told you, you cut your toes. Let's try again.
Yeah. No, that's too low.
Very nice. Still too low. Stop aiming too low. Like I said, you don't gotta aim that low. You just gotta aim slightly lower.
Okay.
That's straightforward. Alright, let's try again. 1. 2. 3. 4.
I didn't do that early enough.
But it seems like you got the idea. And with this ping, like, yeah, I think you'll be a naturally good smoker tongue cutter. Alright. So we're going to cover the next thing here with the smoker. Is shoving the smoker. Now, one thing a lot of people don't realize is they can't shove a smoker while being pulled if they have a melee weapon out. I don't know if you're aware of this.
Wait, say it again?
You cannot shove a smoker while being pulled if you have a melee weapon out.
Correct.
So like, just for demonstration, you're like, I'm gonna go ahead and pull you, and you go ahead and just spam the mouse and you notice you won't be able to shove it all.
Yeah.
Alright. So in order to counter this, is if you do get pulled while you have a melee weapon out, you gotta switch to another item in your inventory. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull you here, and you just switch whatever you want. Alright. So the next thing we're gonna do here is basically the window that you have to shove a smoker. You have an entire 1 second to shove a smoker before you're considered entangled. Now, I want you to do, basically I want you to M2 and then walk to the side. You're gonna see little yellow lines. You gotta walk to the side. So you see those yellow lines? That is your
Yes.
M2 range. As you can see, it's very, very long. Now combine this with the 1 second that you have to shove a smoker, you have a very big window to shove a smoker. Just gotta
Correct.
make sure not to panic, because you only get one
Yeah,
shot.
don't do it
bring
too early.
out- bring out your primary here, so we're just gonna focus on the shove timing. Now bring out your primary. Alright, so I'm gonna try and pull you long distance here, so let's go ahead and give it a go.
I did
Really?
it too early.
Let's try again. Oh, that was my bad. I'm too far. Let me zoom out here really quick. Alright. Alright. Let's see. Alright. This looks good. Alright. Very nice. Alright, let's try again. Ah, too far again. Ah! Sorry, it's been so long since I've properly distanced myself. Let me see. Here we go. Very nice. Alright, let me some stuff again. Alright, there we go. Very nice. Alright,
Now,
let's
if you're
do one
point
more.
blank from me, then that's not going to work.
Well, yeah, it's point.
The
yeah,
moment I
it's not
touch
gonna
you,
work.
I'm entangled.
Well, yeah, but if I'm point blank right here, just shove me. That's why it's a good idea not to run at smokers with the melee weapon. Chase them with a gun.
Yeah. That was too far.
It looked like he could have got that one. Alright, let's try again.
That was like
Could've got
last
that
minute
one.
also.
You're missing them. The max range ones. You're missing the max range ones. Alright, let's try again.
Yeah, it might be just me missing.
You're doing them too late. But yeah, that is pretty much the max range you can shove a smoker. Let's try again.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Let's see, back up a bit. Alright. Too late. Let's try again.
Late or early?
Too late.
Hmm.
Very nice.
Okay, there we go.
I think I was too far for that one. God, it's so hard to tell where I'm standing. You know, zoom in
We
a
can
bit.
use these lines to mark
I
ourselves.
guess. Yeah. So I think you gotta be. Let's try from this line right here.
That was too far.
No, I'm pretty sure you can get that one. Let's try again. You gotta do it a pre-M2 though. Okay, let's try again. Alright. Let me move up. Let's see. Alright, here we go. Oh, come on now!
Sing all day.
Alright, let's try again.
Dang, I'm just doing it too late now.
Well, man, like I said, the range. You remember the range. You have a long range on it. Alright, there we go. Very nice. Alright, let's
Wow,
see if
you
we
have
can
to do
do
it pretty dang early.
Let's see if we can do it from right here. I think this is the max range. Let's see if we can get it. Ah.
Oh, let's
No,
do
I
it
don't
again.
think. Yeah, I don't think we can get that one. Let's see. Alright, let's try again.
One more time. Yeah, it's too far.
It's too far. So yeah, then right about here. Let me zoom out here just to show the distance. Yeah, there's a pretty big distance. So right about here is like the max distance where I'm standing. Let me get my feet straight. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's a pretty big distance. Big gap
Yeah.
to shove a smoker. Alright. So any questions when it comes to dealing with the smoker?
No.
Alright then. Alright, so the next thing we're going to be covering is hunters. How are you with dead stopping?
I always right-click too late. I know that for sure. Especially around corners.
Do you want to go over dead stopping?
Yes.
Alright then, so we can go ahead. Alright, so just so I know, what's your lerp right now?
Let me try. I believe it's 16.6.
Alright. Alright, so I'm going to be doing some pounces at you. Now I'm going to start off with something basic. I'm going to do straight pounce, and you're going to want to shove when I'm in the air.
Okay.
There you go. Alright, let's try again. Alright, so you got that down. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quick pounce, which, you know, you see most hunters do. So I'm going to land one pounce right here, and then one pounce at you. You're going to shove me as soon as I land right here, alright?
That's the ones that never right-click soon enough.
Yeah, like I said, as soon as I land, you have to shove. Alright, so here we go.
What?
It's
Oh.
the shove threshold. It's
The
vanilla.
shove kill. Yeah.
Alright, so now I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to do it in an L shape. So I'm going to go like this. It's the same idea. Try again.
I think I did that too early.
As soon as I land, you shove. Oops.
I could have got the badge if we passed there,
Yeah.
but I just missed.
Alright, there you go.
I didn't right click there. It's always so late. That's like literally you have to read the future.
Somewhat. You gotta predict when he's gonna come in.
Yeah. I thought I right clicked on that one when you landed. Guess not.
It's because of the, you can actually juke in M2. When you M2, you notice that the rays come in from the right and then move off to the left.
Okay.
So yeah, they come out from the right and then move to the left, and then a few show up in the middle after, at the end there. And basically, so you can juke in a juke in M2 if you pounce to the right of a survivor, or if you actually go underneath the M2. You can actually go underneath or above the M2. Here, let's go again. And now you're just doing it too late.
Probably.
Oh god, I pounced right through it. Too late.
I always do it too late. This is something I know I always swing it too late. For some reason, it just never works out.
Well, on an official server, you'll probably have better ping than this. But yeah, you just want to swing as soon as you see him land on the ground. The issue, though, is that you need to predict when he's going to do it. So, like, sometimes they'll jump right here, then they'll jump right here, and then they'll jump right here, and then they'll jump in at you. This is where you want to start shooting them on the ground, but we'll go over that later. Alright, so we got that. Now, I'm going to try and do a DP. So go ahead and try and dead stop this. Now, for DPs, it's a bit different because they can either accelerate or de-accelerate mid-air. So you gotta kind of adjust. I want to say that when they're 3/4 of the way, that's when you're gonna want to dead stop.
Yeah. I did that too early. My bad.
Try again.
I'm pretty sure I just missed that one, or it was too late.
Yep.
Some people say they jump up and right click. I'm not sure what's your opinion on that.
That'll make your hitbox collide with them easier, so it'll be harder. You have a smaller window. Oh god. Yeah, it's hard to do this in third person. We're going to first.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, you got me, but I still missed.
I know.
I'll go on to that later as to why you actually got me, even though I missed.
Oh, dang it. That was too late. I'm not sure why those aren't connecting.
Try doing it halfway then, because it looks like you're M2ing too late.
Yeah. Might just be
Right.
the ping.
Well, no, it's just like I said, it's hard to predict these because I can hold. I mean, you can either accelerate or de-accelerate. Like right here, I can slow down my hunter. So you see, I can slow down my hunter, and de-acceleration and de-acceleration can make a difference in
Okay.
timing. Very nice.
Oh, what?
Alright.
That wasn't even like 5 bashes.
It counts over time. Over
Oh.
a set amount of time. Alright, so we got those. Alright, so we're gonna get to Skeeting now. Let's see. Alright. So, a couple things to note. I'm gonna go over some of the game mechanics here. Basically, you already know what lerp is. It's like added ping.
Yeah.
Alright. The next thing is basically how things register in this game. As long as you shoot or shove the model on your screen, it will register to the server that you shoved or shot the hitbox. Now, this is a bit iffy. Like, say for example, if a hunter's pouncing at you, you have to pre-shove, correct?
Yeah.
That's because you're trying to prevent his server-side hitbox from colliding with your server-side hitbox. However, if the hunter were to miss and land right next to you, and then you shoved his model, and he's pouncing away, he would still get dead stop, even though it's because you shoved his model and not his hitbox, because he didn't collide with you. You didn't have to compete with his collision. I'm sure you've noticed sometimes how, like, you try to pounce on somebody you missed, and then he pounced away, and then halfway through the air you get shoved, and you're like, how the hell did he shove me? He has long arms or something? That's because on his screen, he shoved your model, even though your hitbox or whatever was all the way over here.
So the solution would be just don't play with high ping players.
Yes. Well, no, don't play with high ping yourself, pretty much.
Right.
But yeah, pretty much, yeah, that's pretty much it. As long as you shoot or shove the model that is on your screen, it will register. However, if you're competing with server-side hitbox collision, you do have to shove or shoot slightly earlier because you need to prevent their server-side hitbox from colliding with yours. Otherwise, you're capped and it won't register the M2 on the model.
Okay.
Alright. The next thing is that all weapons in this game, or all ranged weapons in this game with the exception of the grenade launcher, are hit scan. You know what hit scan means?
Yeah.
Alright then. So yeah, it's pretty much instantaneous. You never have to aim ahead of your check it. Right. Next thing for skeeting a hunter's, I'm sure you're aware, you want to aim for like in between the shoulder blades, but not at his head. The reason being is that shotguns in this game do not deal additional headshot damage to special infected, with the exception of the witch. So you never want to aim for the head with the shotgun. Yeah. So let me show you here really quick. So you got a sniper rifle there. So I'm going to be a jockey. So go ahead and shoot me in the head. You see that it still takes 2 shots with the shotgun.
Okay.
Always. It'll always take 2 shots with the shotgun. However, if you were to get the hunting rifle and shoot me in the head, I would die in 1 shot.
Right.
So yeah, shotguns do not deal additional headshot damage to special infected with the exception of the witch. So you never want to aim for the head with the shotgun.
Now that I did not know.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Alright, so we go ahead and move Rochelle out of the way here, and I'm going to place the hunter.
Because I always aim at the neck when I play shotgun, and I don't know why I bother doing that if I can't headshot.
Alright, so I'm going to do some straight pounces at you. Now for this exercise, if you deal any damage, I'll give you a number, like 104. That means I have 104 health left. If you don't deal any damage, I won't give you a number. Alright, so here we go. Alright, I'm going to do quick pounces at you because it looks like you got those down pretty well. Now for quick pounces, you actually don't want to be shooting them in the head. Or I mean shooting them in the air. You want to wait for them to land on the ground. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pounce once right here, and then pounce at you, and you're going to shoot me as you see me land right here, right?
Okay.
So don't necessarily need to aim for the head. Yes, you don't need to aim for the head at all, unless you're dealing with common infected. Or witch.
That was really odd.
So what?
That was odd.
How so?
Like,
These
because
colors said alright?
it doesn't look like it was supposed to be a headshot, but apparently it was a skate. I guess I just need to do it again.
Yeah. Oh, 1 second.
Did they even hit you there?
No. I have to disable your dead step. There you go. Your dead steps are now disabled. So you can't shove me anymore. Ha ha ha. There you go. Alright, let's try it. 151.
Okay.
217. Very nice. And how are you, Luca, by the way?
Hunter.
Oops. Well, still, you should have killed
We
me
both
anyways.
missed.
210.
I missed also.
One thing about the hunter in this game is you actually don't have to follow him in the air. You actually want to predict where he's going to land. So that's what you need to do. Is you need to predict where I'm going to land. Very nice.
Okay.
Hunter!
139. $198. And by the way, Lucas says hi.
Dang, I just missed. I'm not right-clicking soon enough, I feel. Because I'm not dead stopping at all, even.
No, because I disabled your dead stops, remember?
Oh.
Look, watch. Yeah, remember? I disabled your dead stops.
Oh, I see.
This is skeeting practice, not dead stop practice.
Yeah. I just like added on to it.
Yeah, it's fine. That's why, because before I used to disable people's dead stops, period, and they would feel like really weird about it. This way, I found a way to just disable the registration of the hit, you know, the dead stops, but they can still do their dead stop animation because they
What's
used
the
to.
command?
It's been a while. Let me see. Versus shove hunter FOV, its default set to 90, and versus shove hunter FOV pouncing, its default set to 45, and I set them both to 0 so that you can't dead stop at all.
Okay.
Alright, so here we go. Alright, let's try one more.
I don't even think I hit you there. I missed.
So Brazilian steakhouse, how did that go? Very nice. Alright, so we're gonna try a DP here.
Did I even hit you?
Nope.
Oh my goodness.
Shoot sooner.
I didn't hit you either there, did I?
Nope.
Because I hear the muzzle flash on my end.
Shoot sooner. Very nice. Such a snipe.
Yeah, I know, right?
$130.
Did I even shoot there?
Yeah, $130. Damn lamps. Very nice. Alright. So now we're gonna do a bit of an exercise here, so I see. Damn it, I usually have a puddle on the next map for this. Alright, here. I'm standard here. We use the campfire. It's symbolic. Alright, so basically, for this exercise, I'm either gonna pounce to the left or to the right of you, and then pounce at you. So I'm gonna be doing L pounces, but I won't tell you which way I'm going. And you gotta
Okay.
predict which way I'm going and kill me. Alright? So we're gonna do...
Go for it.
Alright, we'll do 10 of these. Alright, so here we go.
I didn't move my mouse enough.
Very nice.
I missed.
We didn't even shoot.
Hunter!
130. How
Dang
soon
it.
you shoot in order to skeet again? Doesn't matter how soon you shoot. Oh shit. Sorry, I didn't see the number.
I know I got you though.
Yeah, you did. 168.
Dang it. Now I'm just missing.
You're not shooting soon enough now.
I missed.
It's like this
Okay.
witch is bothering me. That glowing. There you go. Set her on fire. Alright, here we go. Very nice.
That did not even look like a skeet on my end.
Well, technically these aren't skeets. Skeeting means you have to be in the air. You're killing on the ground. There we go.
So just one-shot kills, basically.
Yeah, I think it was 230 there. $163. Very nice. And by the way, Luca, like I said, it's not how soon you have to shoot. You just gotta make sure you get all the pellets to land, so it can be any time. Wait, did I lower the successful tries on that one? Let's see.
No.
Alright, there you go.
What does the typing out stuff do, anyway?
What do you mean typing out stuff?
The successful tries left on the left.
Oh, it's to help me remember, because sometimes I would be doing this. And along with the numbers I have to call out, like 240 or 150, I would forget what try we were on, so we might do like 5 extra tries or 5 less tries or something.
Yeah. Dang it, I missed.
$135. 190.
It's always close.
No, that's how much health I have left.
No, I mean like in terms of how much damage I'm dealing. Like my aim is like just not clean enough.
150. Remember, you're not tracking me there, you're predicting where I'm gonna land.
Right.
Very nice.
That helps
Very
out a lot. The moment you say like predict, that's a lot easier.
Yeah, you're predicting. You don't track a hunter unless he's doing BPs or something like that, or something
Yeah.
like bounces.
Because the reason I track a lot is because I play Uzi for my team a lot, so I try to track. Should I do it any differently if I play Uzi or shotgun?
You mean Uzi? I don't think there's
Yeah.
a T in it. I mean, yeah, for Uzi you do have to track, which I feel is why Uzi is a lot more skill, has a higher skill cap. Yeah, you want to track with the Uzi, but at the same time, if he's doing low pounces like that, your best bet is to just predict where he's going to land and shoot him on the ground as much as you can, and then predict again where he's going to land. Keep doing that.
Yeah,
Until he's
okay.
dead. Alright. So, we're going to do, let me see. This area is very open. Let me spawn some stuff up really quick to put some hiding points. And kick a shell. So that she can't tell you where I'm at.
Hey, not funny, man. Where are you guys?
Alright.
That one's like in the ground.
I know, right? Oh, that's second. I thought it was bigger. There we go. Do I have a bus here somewhere? Let me see. Can I find a bus? Taxi. Sedan. Utility truck. What is this one? Let's see.
Anyone?
I guess it would look nice. I'm trying to create cover, so we're gonna be doing basically a test, like a bit of a 1v1 here.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like we can find anything else. Alright. Alright, so this looks good. Alright, so I want you to just pretty much stay in the center area. And so set this to 6. There we go. Alright, so I'm gonna re-enable your dead stop. You're allowed to do anything to kill me. The objective here is to prevent me from capping you, so you have to kill me. My
Okay.
objective is to cap you. Alright? So
Got it.
Alright.
It can come from anywhere.
Yep, I'm gonna come from anywhere. You don't have to
So
stand still.
bad.
You can move. You can move.
Oh, okay, okay.
Oh, damn, baggage. You got me to 223 and then 118.
Yeah, I'm pretty terrible at this kind of stuff. I practice with my friend.
Yeah. Predict where I'm gonna land, and every time I land is a chance for you to shoot. If you're not shooting at me while I'm on the ground, then you're not taking shit.
Okay.
Two 11. Got me to 174, then 140.
How did I not even finish that off? That was pretty bad.
Because you dead stopped and then ran away. You don't want to. When you get the dead stop, you need to hug the hunter. Very nice. Such tard.
That was like
What
a
the
curse.
fuck? Yeah,
That was like a
that
curse sign
tard.
right there.
Hey, where is everybody?
I know, right?
One 35, then 51.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Hunter!
'Saw like a dead stop there.
215.
I thought I heard something.
Hey, where is everybody?
I guess I didn't.
One 29. Two 28. Thunder's in California. I hate thunder. I love the rain though.
God dang it, I ran away from you again.
You got me down to 7. 7, and you didn't finish me off.
I know, right? It's like
What's wrong
'cause
with
in
you?
campaign, I back off because they claw you. If you don't do
There's
that.
actually a method to that. I'll go over that in a sec.
Okay.
Aww. 199.
This is not getting the death stops at all.
You shouldn't rely on them, to be honest. You'll become a better player if you rely on less dead steps. Very nice. Alright.
Remember,
Say what?
not going through.
Huh?
Say something?
Who to what?
Yeah, your mic is not going through.
Oh god, what's going on? Oh, it's just mumble. It seems my mic's going through for the...
Anyone?
Can you hear me? Test? Well, I can be heard on stream, but not
Yeah, I'm
on
trying to check on
mumble.
mine end too.
Yeah, is that?
Alright, let's try again.
Test, 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 test.
Yeah, I hear it's kind of like feedbacky.
Odd. Let me see. Is there something going on
Yeah,
with
there's
my
like a
microphone?
robotic voice in it.
That's probably, I think I know what it is. Let me try and fix it.
No, that's fine. That was it.
Yeah, it can be really random sometimes. Is it
Yep,
good
there
now?
we go.
Alright. Alright. So let's go back to what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I gotta add, there you go, there's coach. There you go. Alright, and there's coach.
Got some chest paddles.
Alright. So we went ahead and... What's that noise? Oh, it sounded like a gator. Oh, it's that stupid, atmospheric sounds or something.
Yeah.
Alright, so... Alright, so we just went ahead and went through that. Now, the dead stopping portion where you talk about the clawing, this actually all depends on how early you dead stop. So right here, I'm gonna use a jockey again. It's very... I'm sure you notice if you dead stop them, they usually claw you in campaign, correct?
Yeah.
Alright. The reason being is how early you dead stop. So I'm gonna show you here. So I'm gonna do an early dead stop, and he's gonna claw me. You see, he claws me. Kill him off. Now I'm gonna do a bit of a later dead stop. So I'm gonna be waiting a bit longer before I dead stop.
Jockey!
The pathing of it is really dumb here. Let's move over here really quick. Alright, let's try again.
Jockey!
As you see, that time I waited a bit longer before I dead stop. I mean, you probably can't see it, but I'm not dead stopping as early. Oh. Yeah, don't get too close. You see, no claw. Now I'm gonna do it again, but this time I'm gonna do it earlier.
Okay.
I'll get the dead stop, but he'll claw. You see, dead stop, but claw.
Yeah.
Same thing with the hunter. So I'm gonna show you right here. I'm gonna dead stop him really early. See, claw. Now I'm gonna wait a bit longer. I didn't wait long enough, so let me try that again.
They're just so good
The
at
hunter's
it,
really...
too.
No, it's just... Valve is terrible. Oh, it's because he's not landing on me. That's why I'm too far away. Alright, here we go. There.
Yeah.
So, if I do it early, again, I'm gonna... Did it early that time. Claw, but that time he didn't land on me. Oh my god, Valve. Alright, so I'm gonna do it early. Oh, that time too early. I did it too early. Damn bots take too long to pounce. You see, that was
He didn't
early.
land on you there.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Valve was just bad at this. The trick is, one, he needs to be able to land on you, and two, you can't do it too early. If you do it too early, then they'll get the claw. If you do it too late, well, you're gonna get pounced. So let's go ahead and try it with you. So I'm gonna spawn up the jockey next to you. No, stop moving! Stop moving! Thank you. Alright, there you go.
Jockey, jockey!
Alright. So now try and do it a bit later. So let's try again.
Jockey!
There you go. Let's try again.
Jockey!
Dang it.
Yeah, that's too early. Oh, and he got you.
I didn't even bash the second time. I didn't even dead stop there at all.
Very nice.
That was too early.
Yep.
I guess you always want to do the late one, right?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I didn't even right click.
I mean, which it's a little bit iffy to get it. Honestly, it's just Valve's terrible at programming. Honestly.
Yeah.
But if you, I mean, like, if you really are anal about it, what you could do is just you get the dead stop, you dead stop and then back up. I think that's what I do. Yeah, you got to do an early dead stop and then back up.
That's why when I was hunting, when you were hunting with me, I back up every single time I get a dead stop.
Oh, well, yeah. Or you got to change.
Because that's a force of habit that I do to avoid the claw. Because when when I do expert sessions, they get that claw. It's like, there goes your health.
Pretty much, I know, right? Alright, so we're going to move on to the next parts. How are you with leveling charges?
I guess I'm okay with it. I don't feel confident, but I guess I can hold my own. I usually just sidestep it.
Alright, well, I mean, that's a good idea, too. Well, alright, so I'm going to go over two types of levels. There's the headshot level, and then the chipped level, which is what you see most people do. So you remember those rays that I showed you with the M2?
Yeah.
Those are pretty much the exact rays that come out of your melee weapon. Unfortunately, you can't see them on this one. Only the host can see them. Basically, in order to headshot with a melee weapon, the first ray that comes in contact with their body is the one that determines the damage. So you can aim at their head. So you see right here. So I got a charger right here. I can aim at his head, but since the first ray that came in contact was the one that touched his shoulder, it dealt shoulder damage. However, if I make the first ray come in contact with his head, it's a one-shot. So it doesn't matter where you aim, it just matters that whatever ray touches his body first is the one that determines the damage. And if it touches his head first, it's a headshot.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's that. The chipped level is pretty simple. All you gotta do is just get a couple shots into him, either 1 or 2 shots with the shotgun, preferably 2, and then just bring out your melee weapon and you can dance. Hell, you can go after him because he knows he's fucked. There's no way to prevent getting leveled. All it is timing. So like, I'd practice it right here, but the timing is really iffy on this on local servers, and bot chargers are cheaters. I don't know if you're aware of that. That bot chargers are cheaters. They only take 40% or 30% of the damage.
I'm gonna help you shoot him.
While charging. They're still cheaters, man. I'm telling you. The only way to successfully test it is I have to do this. So watch. Look. To shoot him, dodge him, shoot him again, and then watch.
Oh,
And even then, it basically, like I said, bot chargers are cheaters. They only take 40% of the damage while charging. Honestly,
That explains it. Why
Yeah.
they like never die.
Yeah, they're pretty cheating. So never
Yo,
try and
bots
level
need
a bot
handicap.
charger. They do. You know, survivor bots take less damage from spit.
Yeah.
Alright, so you got that there. Alright, so yeah, any questions about leveling charges?
That's the first ray, basically.
And you can test it out here really quick, I see. I'll spawn up a charger here for you. Well, don't run from him! Don't run from him! So you can see
My
what I
bad.
mean. So for here, you can aim at his head. Yeah, you
That
aim
was
at
in
his
the
head.
head.
Yeah. Now aim slightly to the left of his head. There
I
you
see.
go. Yeah, because the first ray came into contact with his head. So there you go. That's headshot
Because you
leveling.
think you have to aim to the right, then swing to the left.
Somewhat. So yeah, I mean, headshot leveling is pretty random. I would say that no one does it on purpose. If you see someone get it, you know, say, good job, you got good luck there. There's no real way to predict it, because it's just the ping and the lurk and all that shit, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, alright. So,
I do
any
have
more
one other
questions?
question. Do you play with default crosshairs or custom?
Default.
Because I noticed the melee weapon crosshair, you notice how it's white, but the 2 points that it meets isn't actually the middle of the melee weapon.
Yeah.
Like if you switch back and forth between your guns, you'll see that the actual middle point is lower.
Yep. That's Valve for you.
Valve.
That's Valve for you. They probably put it in lazily. There's nothing
So I just
more to
aim
it.
higher in general.
I guess, yeah. Alright. So, that's that. So let's go ahead and move on to tank rock skating. How are you with the rock skating?
I feel okay with it. It's shooting to the side that I'm not okay with. If it's coming directly at me, it's okay.
Let's see if we can fix that. So, yeah, one sec. Damn it, what is the C-bar called?
Which one?
I'm trying to get the ammo pal to spawn.
It's like ENT create something.
I know.
I really don't remember what it was either.
Well, see, I'm trying to get it. It's either weapon ammo pile or ammo weapon pile, but it's not spawning with either one. No, I can't get it. Oh well.
this.
Alright, see here? Why don't you take the hunting rifle? It's one shot. Pretty much, it takes one shot. So I'm gonna go ahead and place the tank here. Alright, where am I?
Put you all the way in there.
Yeah, and here we go. So I'm gonna be throwing it to your side, so just stand still. Now, for shooting tank rocks, even though this game, like I told you, is hit scan, and if you shoot the model, yada yada, the issue with rocks is that you actually have to shoot slightly ahead of them and slightly below them. Alright, so let's go ahead and give it a try. And hello there, Wolf Prey. We're just finishing up here. Let's try again. No, you want to shoot ahead of them. Very nice.
Oh, I see, I see.
Very nice.
Should you be shooting at the rock model in general, or no?
If it's coming at you, yes. But if it's coming at the side of you, shoot ahead of it, like I said. You want to
How
shoot ahead
far
of it.
ahead are we talking about, like a rock's distance?
About a foot? Half of, or 2 feet? 1 and 2 feet. Very nice.
Because shooting to the side seems the most inconsistent so far for me.
It is. And because you're using a hunting rifle, but this is just to exaggerate so you can get a feeling
Right.
for it. Alright. So let's try and get one more here really quick.
Okay, that was just a miss.
Very nice.
There we
Alright,
go.
now go pick up the shotgun now. So let's give the shotgun a try. It's gonna be slightly easier since you got a bunch of pellets now instead of one.
I can also miss the first two. Miss the first three. Or miss all of them.
Well, I'll just have to
Must be
remind
doing-
myself. I'll have to remind myself that if I'm ever picking someone up, I need to make sure you're standing right on me then.
Gotta aim further ahead then.
Yeah. Well, you can shoot them much sooner. You don't have to wait till they're that close.
Oh.
Okay, there you go.
Because that feels like if I'm shooting there, then it's not that bad, because I just shoot right at it, and it, for the most part, connects.
Well, yeah, but if you're letting it get that close, possibly whoever's getting the rock thrown at them, they're probably gonna get hit, though.
Yeah. Well, none of them are hitting now. I don't even know. I don't know, man. None of them are like hitting at all.
Yeah, just, you gotta aim it though, and like I said, the model is really a liar. Which is why I hate Skeeting tank rocks, because it's just so aggravating.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay,
none of
see
them are
what-
hitting
come
at
on,
all.
Let's try and get one. Come on, aim ahead of the target. Aim ahead of it. You don't have to wait that long. There we go. You're still waiting too long. Come on, shoot sooner. There you go. Still waiting too late. Nice.
So I can shoot earlier than I think I have to.
Yes.
It's probably advised.
Probably easier.
I just missed on that one.
So how are the Thunders going in California, by the way, Luca? What I'm wondering is how do I keep getting infinite debris up here?
I know, right?
Alright, let's try one more. Very nice. Alright. So next thing here is, I don't know if you're aware, rocks actually have god frames. I don't know if you're aware of that.
I know that part.
Alright. Well, yeah, so rocks have god frames. Basically, for half a second after they leave the tank's body, they cannot be skeeted. Now, you know, this seems pretty standard. It means just don't stand too close. However, the one-handed rock is a cheating rock. Not only is it incredibly good for curving and aiming, it fucking leaves the tank's body. It teleports. So here, I'm going to show you really quick. So, just watch. You'll notice with the underhand rock and the two-handed rock, it leaves my body very smoothly. But the one-handed rock, you'll notice that there's a slight stutter as it leaves my body because it's actually moving slightly forward and teleporting. So here's an underhand rock. Aim slightly higher here. And then here's a one-handed rock. You'll see a slight stutter.
I saw it.
Yeah. And this means that the one-handed rock can move or cover a much larger ground before its god frame is removed. This means that if you see a tank at close range picking up a one-handed rock, it can be very, you know, disturbing because it's really close and you can't skeet it anyways because it's god frame. It's just traveling much farther distance while god frame than the other rocks because of the fact that it cheats and moves farther out than the other rocks.
Freaking one-handed rocks are like overpowered for everything.
Yep, pretty much.
Okay.
Alright. So that's it. So, is there any questions in general that you want to ask? Because this is pretty much the end of the lesson here.
Not off the top of my head.
Alright then.
Thank you very much for helping me.
No problem. Alright, so then this will be the end of the one-on-one lesson here. I'm gonna go ahead and call it here.
Alright.
Alright. Take care.
No problem. Take care. I'll see you later tonight.
Yes, see you later.
Are you going to be doing the left to learn?
Yes, I'm gonna be cameraing. I think Purple and
Awesome.
Killatoy are gonna be mentoring.
Who? Killatoy and...
Purple and Killatoy.
Nice.